By paying forward all the blessings life has granted is how Silent Help started as a big dream for Juan Arcila and his family. With kind actions and organized help, an important message is delivered to the most vulnerable families and children. There's always hope for a better future. Finding opportunities to contribute in any situation, Juan applies his leadership to spread the willingness to help in people around him. Making a big impact in the world requires the willingness to go beyond your own beliefs and limitations, a strong commitment, and true leadership to keep together a team of volunteers willing to collaborate. Silent Help is all about making the impossible possible, one family at a time. In 2010, during a trip to Belize, Juan and his wife, Marcela, met a young couple during one of the tours around town. They lived in a house built out of corrosive tin panels, old wood pieces, and their floor was mud, and the six of them slept in one single hammock. Raul worked many hours a day trying to provide for his family, and it was never enough to make ends meet. Touched by their humbleness and their amazing commitment to help their community, Juan felt like he needed to do something to help Raul, his wife, and their 4 children in need of a roof to call home. And this was when the thought of transforming people's lives in our community became a reality for the first time. After 3 days of hard work, the shelter was now a house. Their hammocks were now beds. The plastic containers were replaced with pots and pans and dishes. And now they had a full pantry to feed his family for many days. The gratefulness expressed in their faces was the best reward for Juan and his wife. They will never be forgotten. December 2012, Juan and his family traveled to Colombia to celebrate Christmas. Now, beyond spending quality time, it was also Juan's dream to make this trip a very meaningful experience. Several months before the trip, clothes, toys, and monetary donations were collected through the generosity and trust of many friends and family. Great effort, many hours of planning and logistics allowed Silent Help to support and contribute to a very isolated and poor town in Colombia called Vereda de Sirigay. Juan brought wood-burning kitchens, along with materials to fix very deteriorated shelters, and water tanks to collect rainwater. The feeling of gratitude ignited true happiness within the hearts and lives of these seniors, who had close to nothing to survive in the middle of the mountains in a care home. Celebrations, Christmas gifts, warm meals, grocery bags, clothes, shelters being fixed, along with sincere prayers and heartfelt hugs and happy tears, made this a gratifying time spent. This experience became hope for many, smiles and tears of joy for others, and a better future to most of them. And it also made a difference in all our lives. Juan has always spread random acts of kindness wherever he goes, sharing a message of hope, despite the adverse circumstances anyone can be facing. Caring for homeless people has always been one of his main concerns. He joined a group of volunteers in Miami who came together as a community to participate in a ministry to feed the homeless. Driving around through Miami's most vulnerable streets in caravans, delivering more than just a warm meal, they also take the time to talk about life, their dreams. They pray together, and they spend valuable time together, letting them know that they are not forgotten by our society. Silent Help also handed out blessing bags with basic necessity items like socks, blankets, and food, which helped to deliver a message of faith and hope. As part of his continued contribution in his community, Juan has supported several people throughout his life. In 2007, Juan mentored a group of homeless people. Once a month, Juan dedicated 1 hour of his time to teach them about personal development, mental strength, and emotional fitness. In addition, Juan has been a close supporter of Voices for Children in Miami for the last 6 years, not only with monetary donations, but also assisting Voices in supporting emotionally victims of human trafficking. In 2019, Juan supported Voices for Children by picking up in the middle of the night a young human trafficking victim that was life-threatened in Overtown, Miami, and took her to a safe hotel in Brickell for a few nights, while Voices was able to relocate her. Juan also mentored Israel, who is a young man who has had a very rough beginnings and has been supported by Voices for Children for many years while he was on foster care and throughout all his process of personal development. Juan supports financially a kid from Haiti through the Renand Foundation. His name is Ricardo Bien Aimi, and he lives in a very poor area of Haiti. Juan sends a monthly installment to make sure that Ricardo has food and basics needs for his school and daily necessities. Additionally, Juan mentored Joseph on a couple of occasions. He is a young man who was coming out of jail and was in a halfway house in Virginia Key. Juan supported Joseph emotionally throughout his process and taught him important life lessons that Juan has received in his life. This program was through United Way of Miami. The COVID-19 global crisis is one of the most difficult situations the world has ever faced in modern times. Silent Help joined forces with other humanitarian organizations in Miami, Florida to make food drives, assisting vulnerable seniors, children, and many families who lost their jobs and just needed a caring hand during this pandemic. With 25 amazing volunteers all under the leadership of Juan, Silent Help thus far, as of June 30th, 2020, has provided food to 5,720 affected families. And they've also delivered 7,040 baby meals to the Family Resource Center of South Florida. Determination, big dreams, and the willingness to share kindness make Juan a living example of how anyone, can make this world a better place. Juan Arcila dedicates a meaningful part of his time to give our community hope and share the most important thing that makes us all human: love.